Hello folks. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you all had a nice Christmas. Or if you don't celebrate it, hope you made the most of yesterday. Appreciate you all for joining. Thank you all for your kind words in chat so far. I'm doing fine though. Even though I was sort of working half a day yesterday, but that's fine. Right. Nothing particularly exciting today though, 'cause this is why this sort of stream was sort of planned last minute, but you know, only because tomorrow I might not be streaming, that's why I'm doing it today. I'm basically, right, this is a panel from the first chapter that I did like 3 years ago, and looking at it, a lot of it needs redoing. So I'm going to start off by redrawing this, basically. See, because I've flipped it, I can already see what's wrong with it. I mean, even without flipping, I can see how bad it is. Well, let's get on with it, shall we? Ugh. And I think what I might have to do is, ugh. So I've just had like loads of Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop, you know. So I'm quite gassy. Thanks Lotso. And thank you Azabian for the $1 do. Thanks very much. I appreciate the tip. Right. We're going to start off with Layla first. Like, this is just... I mean, what is this? Well, actually, I'll need to make a new layer here, ideally. I will have to sketch this out, though. This particular... panel. Excuse me. If you enjoy my coughs, guys, make sure to leave a like. Actually, I should probably try and fix her structure first. The base structure, I mean. Like, her head should be over here somewhere, but I haven't drawn that in last time. It won't be perfect though, it won't be a perfect fix. Just hopefully a bit better than what it looked like previously. I mean, I need to go back and redo some of these panels anyway, in order to have some sort of continuity and consistency with the art style. Why is that hidden? Sorry, Gov. Where we go? Oh, I've hit 50,000, have I? Deserved. Not really. I mean, I would be a bit more happy about it if YouTube was my main focus, but it's not anymore. But hey, it's a number. Woo! To be honest, I didn't think I'd hit it. And I've got to go and check now. You might be... It might have not updated. So I'm just going to check. Because I haven't even paid attention to it for like months. No, I have. I've got 50,012 subscribers now. And apparently 15 people watching this. Which is pretty good for my streams. Right. I mean, usually I lose like several subscribers a day if I stream, so let's not celebrate too early yet. I mean, I appreciate you guys supporting, of course, even though I'm not really going to be doing animations anymore. That's the thing, all of those new subscribers I'm getting are probably expecting animations from me, so Another reason why I shouldn't celebrate it. That must have happened yesterday then. That must have happened on Christmas. Santa must be in cahoots with YouTube or something. Another thing I always complain about, these characters are far too lanky. Another reason why I need to redraw this shot like completely again. Especially Layla. Layla's like far too tall here. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys especially for supporting my YouTube and my webtoon comic, and appreciate supporting my streams as well by actually watching. Actually, I should probably draw out her entire body first before I go into the details. Maybe I should have kept this out of the stream before I started. I mean, I've still got a little bit more to do in terms of like the new scenes that I'm adding in, but I don't really want to spoil it for you guys, so I'm keeping that out for streams from now on. Even though there's not much left now, I've got like probably spending a couple of more days on it. Actually, we'll just trace over that, because that hand looks alright. It looks like I'm sort of rushing this. It's because I'm sort of am. Actually, this arm is too long. I'm literally not learning my lesson here. Also, that makes no sense because she's crossing her arms here. It means it wouldn't go this way, it'd go towards the middle of. Yeah, I gotta draw a bag as well. Maybe I'll have to move that in a bit more actually. I should probably add a frame to this, because this is the original one. For some reason I moved it when I merged them together, but I should probably put a frame here for reference. I'll name it this time. So I never name my layers on streams. And that's something you really should do. But I refuse to do it half the time. Right. Call this roughs. Then blow up a bit more. I mean, it's a mild improvement. Just so the proportions are a bit better. Now do the same Dylan. Because even he looks a bit too lanky. By the way, I don't know how long this stream's going to go on for. It'll probably be, you know, the normal time. Hour and a half or maybe even less, depending on how much I get done. Again, the shape of their heads are just completely off. I know there's meant to be like a bit of perspective going on here, but it doesn't usually apply to heads that much. Also, he's got like the broadest shoulders in the world. Getting his arms are a bit too long. Actually, I will copy. I'll basically trace over this though, because this doesn't look too bad. I was the ultimate pie drawing expert back in the day, apparently. Just draw straight over that sheet. Hello, I'm on. Mine was alright, just sort of treated as a normal day most part. Because I was working most of the time. Like I say, I don't get particularly excited for Christmas. I mean, I got a few clothes, which I'm fine with, because I hate shopping for clothes. I hope yours was alright though. Watched well, that's another reason why I just decided to work yesterday is there's nothing good on TV. Like, that's something I usually look forward to on Christmas Day, is if anything good is on there, but there really wasn't. There was Wallace and Gromit and Curse the Were-Rabbit for us, and that was it. And that was the only thing I watched yesterday. I was like, okay. And then there was the Jungle Book, the Jungle Book remake afterwards, I think. I was like, no thanks, can't stand those. Hello Predator, I'm alright thanks. Hope you're doing well yourself. Just trying to figure out how to fix this, and that's it's the only problem I'm having at the moment. Should probably flip it backwards and forwards as well. Oh yeah, I should probably position where this is going to be. Move a bit over here actually. Means I've got to move his right arm a bit more though. A bit more over here. Let's clean some of this up a little bit. Let's just zoom in a little bit for this bit. And one of the main reasons I need to go back on these old panels is to restyle their hair a little bit. That's the thing that like has changed the most since I've started this. They've all got like completely different hairstyles to what they have now. I mean, hopefully you guys can see the improvements here. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was previously. Just get those proportions a bit better, looking better. Speaking of which, this elbow needs to be moved up a bit. Hopefully there's still a bit of feeling of perspective here. Hopefully that hasn't disappeared entirely. Yeah, she ain't got an arm here. Should probably give her one. Otherwise she's just holding on to nothing here. Hmm. Pardon me. Sorry, that's the Pringles again. Coming back. I hope you don't smell that. Mind you, Pringles do smell nice. Right. Let's be brave now and clean that up already. Like I said, I can't really afford to spend so much time fixing these panels. Let's do that again, but actually connect the lines. So I'm just comparing the size of their heads. I think hers is a bit too big compared to his. I know he's taller, so for the sake of perspective, for some reason I was thinking of spaghetti then. So yeah, for the sake of spaghetti, his head probably would be a bit smaller, just slightly though. Of course, it wouldn't. If I was doing it properly, it probably wouldn't even be noticeable. Opinions on... I don't have an opinion on a lot of them, but I have an opinion on Steven Universe because I watch it. Sorry, tea break. Bear with. Right. Tea break over. Well, my opinion on Steven Universe is, when I first watched it, I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was. But of course now I've just sort of like, I do watch it every now and again, but it's just sort of like one of those shows where I just watch it when I've got nothing else to do. I don't know what it is, I just don't have, I'm just not as invested as I was when I first started watching it. I think it's got something to do with the schedule as well. Like, I don't know what Cartoon Network's doing. I don't know if they're actually trying to kill the show off, but the scheduling is terrible. That's my short answer on Steven, short opinion of Steven Universe. Still a good show though, in my opinion, but it doesn't come with it. I can't say it doesn't have its problems. I.e. the main character in particular. I just find him a little bit, not irritating, but he doesn't he doesn't seem like a very human character. Like, he's just always asking questions half the time, and I find that very annoying. I don't think anybody's picked up on that. Like, people do find him annoying, but for the wrong reasons. Well, for different reasons, I should say. What's SVT Fo though? What's that abbreviating? I can't even think. Another reason I don't have a lot of opinions on cartoons, modern cartoons these days, is because just don't have time to watch all this stuff. Especially now that I got deadlines to meet. I knew it. This little fold here is on the wrong side. It's because I flipped and didn't realise. I hope I didn't trigger anybody by slagging off Steven Universe, by the way. I know that could be quite easy to do, but I trust chat. Yeah, I've heard of those shows, but I haven't had the time to watch them. I've watched one of the shorts of OKKO on YouTube. I think it was before it even became a show on Cartoon Network. I think it was like a little pilot thing. Yeah, I know. I'll be doxxed or something like that. Of course, I'll admit, I'm pretty cynical now when it comes to TV shows. I think people who've watched my streams will know that. Like, I don't know what it is, but I have like a higher expectation for stuff now, and it's really annoying. I'm just too critical these days. But understand though, it's out of tough love. That's what it is, basically. Actually, that's when I'm the most critical. Sometimes there are a couple of exceptions. It's when there's something I really like, but I have problems with it, and it's stopping it from becoming like miles better. AKA Samurai Jack's ending. Sorry, I had a cough there. A really unconvincing cough. I just realised there's his chest. So I don't know why it was sticking out that much. It needs to be like there, where his shirt should be. Literally, I saw that now. Yeah, but even then, Husky, if I go back and watch some old shows I grew up with, I'm still quite tough towards them now. See, I don't think Ashley's and Jack's love interest was forced, but it compromised the story so badly, and I wish they hadn't bothered. Like, if I did genuinely have enough time to make it, I would probably do like a fan animation of how I would like that show to end. Like a couple of people did at the time when the show ended, and people were posting like their own take, and one was actually better than than what they went with. I can't remember who made it though, that's the only problem. I wish I could give credit where it's due, but I'm sure I liked it. I mean, it's obvious they ran out of time, that's what it was. It really hurt the ending. Yeah, they should have had like, not even that, just like another episode. If they just had 11, it would have been wrapped up fine. Also, I don't want to shut down. The reason I'm harsh on Samurai Jack, like I said, it's tough love. Like, I loved Samurai Jack at the time, and I was loving the final series as well until like halfway through it got a bit iffy, where the pacing was like noticeably bad. It was like everything was being really rushed, when the first 4 episodes were building up to like one big fight. Again, I've probably ranted about this on stream before. But in hindsight, I wish they hadn't bothered with trying to force a relationship. Well, it wasn't forced. It just it compromised the pacing, well, the end story. I mean, for me personally, it seemed kind of obvious when she was introduced as like, when she started turning good, I was like, it's obvious they're going to get together. Not necessarily a bad thing, but oh yeah, spoilers by the way. Mind you, that show came out 2 years ago now. Yeah, the animation was pretty nice, like throughout it. Funnily enough, after the fight, I think it was episode 4, I actually tweeted saying I'm skeptical whether this show has peaked too early, and sadly I was sort of right. I'm pretty sure I tweeted something along the lines of that. Actually, I should probably flip the right way here to see what it looks like the correct way round, instead of just flipping it and then keeping it on that side. Stop making random lines as well. Hey Jack. Speaking of Jack. Fighting off ferrets. You just gotta get used to that sort of thing. Reason I started early though today is because this stream is obviously not planned, really. I only planned it like about half an hour before this stream. Before I started, I mean. Because tomorrow I might not be streaming, that's why I'm doing it today. Because tomorrow I'll be finishing this off, basically. And I really need to make a start with Patreon requests. Which, to be honest, I haven't started yet. I mean, I could stream myself doing those, but I think they require a bit more concentration because time's going to run out otherwise. I mean, our armor's still looking a little bit too long here. Thank you, Jack, for the tip, once again. I hope you had a good one yesterday. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can safely say that looks a lot better. I'd like to think so, really. Like maybe here I should probably put the bottom of a sweater in. Pardon me. Oh yeah, I should probably add her mouth as well. Otherwise, it's not really fair. You got a Nintendo Switch. Lucky you. For making that pie look yummy. I did say earlier, actually, at the start of the stream, I was quite surprised at how well that came out. I finally found my calling. Well, I found my calling 3 years ago, apparently. Right, I guess we'll colour this. So I'm just going to pinch these colours as well. I don't need that now, so press this little star at the top. Change that to a colour layer. Make sure the reference. Actually, I'll move these colours over here so I can see what I'm doing a bit. So yeah, we basically gone from that, which is what it was previously, to this. Hopefully you guys can see where where I have problems. These hands are alright though. Again, not perfect, but a lot better. It's really what I could ask for. Right, now to add Well, so I needed to go through this redo this anyway, because like I said in previous streams, I need to redo Dylan's shirt in every panel to how it is currently. Itchy ear. They look cute. It would be the splattered pie that does it. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Okay, I must have been hitting the line, that's why it kept mucking up like that. Add a bit of shading as well, just under the armpit a little bit. And there as well. Actually no, I don't want to do that. No, I do want to do that. Don't have the colour margin so high for this, otherwise it just fills up the entire area. Do a bit of a darker blue underneath his, or inside his sleeves. Yeah, they look like actual teenagers, unlike before where they sort of just looked like, I don't know. Slightly deformed monstrosities. And one of them's sort of a cyclops. But you'd like to think there would be some improvement after 3 years. It'd be kind of crappy if there wasn't. And my self-esteem would like go right back down again. Wait, why has it done that? Should probably move the frame and see what's wrong. There wasn't a closed gap here. Just there. Now why has that happened? Hey! Why has that happened? Hey? Did I must have selected both of them somehow. That was weird. I just wanted to move this to there. That was all. I can't believe this has taken almost an hour to do. You bought a rock and sent it to a random schmuck. I mean, it's better to give than receive, right? Oh yeah, pie colour. It's the most wonderful pie. Gonna add a bit of white here. Just sort of show that it's reflective. It's reflecting light a little bit because it's maybe like a tin tray. Do the crust. Got to got to close these gaps here, otherwise this won't work. And the jam. Yeah. I'll make that a bit more less green. A bit more less green. A bit less green, I should say. Me English good. Tongues. Bag. I mean, I should probably do the shaded areas on a separate layer, but I know what I'm doing at this point. I think. As long as I put the colour margin down, it's not too much of a problem. Because if you don't, if you put it up like this, it just fills the whole area. Sorry, I'll do that again as it, so you just fill up the whole area. Actually, I might. No. So you got to have it down to a certain. See, even that's too high. It's because the colours are like too close to each other. That's why that happens on this program. But once you figure that out, it's not too much of a problem. Remove that actually. I want to keep the shading relatively simple. Also, did I? Yeah. I forgot she has like a little reflection in her eye. I mean, this is what I used to do at the start. I don't include that anymore. And now to throw in all the dialogue that it has. Actually, I'll probably go back. I'll go back and redo that. Actually, there's a little bit under his neck that's missing. Pardon me. And that'll be that for this picture. I guess I'll work on another one whilst I'm here. Pardon me. What are my favourite YouTube channels? Hard to say, really. I do like I Hate Everything in Ralph the Movie Maker, though. It's hard to pick favourites, though, like for anything for me, because I like different channels for different reasons. But anyway, save that. By the way, I did all of that without saving. How foolish of me. I've got to redo this one as well. Now this one I can't be asked to redraw, like entirely, because there's just so much going on here. Again, they are suffering from lanky syndrome. Right, let's try and fix it without starting from scratch then. Let's see if this is possible. Though it's not looking likely. Right, what I want to do here, I want to move this hand a bit further up, because look at the length of his arm here. But that means if I need to do that, in order to do that, I need to rub all this out, I think. Or maybe I'll do it the opposite way. I'll do the opposite first. Move this up a bit. So it's about there. Maybe a bit further up. And then get the opaque rectangle colour, which is that little checker there. And then rub this out. So I need to redo his shirt as well. Anyway. His forearm is looking atrocious here. Yeah, I've basically got rubbed. Because I didn't do these characters on separate layers, in hindsight I should have done this. If you do characters in separate layers, you don't have to worry about them overlapping each other. I gave him really scrawny fingers here as well. But because they're all on these characters are on the same layer, I've got to rub out everything that overlaps. It's a very annoying task, and it's tedious as well. But you know, if I want to make changes, that's what I've got to do here. Going to change Layla's hair again, and her ear, because her ear looks awful. Their profile is completely different as well to how it actually is. I only change it a little bit though. Again, they're both suffering from very lank syndrome. What channels do I watch most often? Honestly, I don't know, because I don't watch that much YouTube anymore. And when I do watch YouTube, I don't necessarily watch my subscriptions anymore. So I'm trying my best to not distract myself from those things now. I used to draw eyebrows a lot differently as well, apparently. Back in the day. Oh god. Hi, by the way, Decimal. Oh. Like anyone who animates. I like only, well, he doesn't really animate anymore. In fact, a lot of animators who used to animate a lot I like. Like Oni and G, I liked his stuff a lot. Trying to think on the top of my head now. I like Narmak. I'm going to try and think of animators that are actually still working on this platform. To be honest, Narmak's like the only one I can think of right now. Because thanks to the wonderful algorithm, a lot of animators can't really afford to work on this platform anymore. So they've just sort of stopped entirely. I like Wooly's World as well. I think that's his name. He occasionally posts something. Let's fix his face. Again, the shape of his face is completely different to what it is now. And let's move that mouth as well. PE is another one I can think of. Pymations as well. To be honest, they're like the only animators I know of that are actually still posting. Oh, and Pello as well. Oh yeah, Ed's World. I've watched a couple of episodes of Ed's World. Yeah, I know about Ed though. I mean, even this arm is still far too long, but I'm just going to go with it. Even though I shrunk it down by like an inch. It looks far too long. I mean, look at it. They're suffering from Code Geass syndrome. Put his little cut here as well. Right, to try and fix the lankiness here, I'm gonna. Oh no, I've drawn the action lines on the same layer as well. Oh, screw it. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this instead. Move that frame. I very rarely do this though. I usually keep the same aspect ratio. I'm just going to cut that off completely. So it doesn't look as terrible. There we go. I mean, it's only slightly improved it, but I just can't be asked to correct it. I mean, I was willing to until I realised that the action, like everything here that's been drawn, is on the same layer. Let's change the length of Layla's arms as well. And her hips as well. I'll draw them terribly. I think my problem looking back on my old drawings is that I used to exaggerate everything like too much. And of course it just ends up looking very off. I mean, what's this over here? Oh wait, it's probably one of these lines that came with when I moved the arm. I'll just use that as reference. I'm just gonna wing this in. Let's make her hips a little less ridiculous here. And also wire her hips all the way down there. Yeah, I was obsessed with Senor Pello, like when I first discovered his channel. I wouldn't suggest binge watching his stuff because you'll probably get ringing in your ears for days. I'm going to shorten these arms as well. I'm trying to shorten these as much as I can, really. I mean, I could have got away with this distortion if it was like a in between. But when you do it as like a singular comic panel, you're gonna have a bit. It's gonna look odd. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like a distorted in between this frame, this panel, I should say. Right, bag is on that side, so luckily I don't have to draw that. Right, I'm going to colour that in my own time. I'm done with that panel for now. Let's find another one to ruin. I mean, this one doesn't look too bad, but I need to fix it, so let's fix it. Like even the neck on a sweater needs completely redoing, basically. I'll use the colours as a reference here. Hello, Shadow. Merry Christmas to you too. Well, belated Christmas. Hope you had a good one. You could always rewrite your series into a Stretch Armstrong comic. That doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Strangely. At least with the old panels, at least I could do that. let's fix this neck completely here. It's like really squished in. I mean, I wanted to thicken that eyebrow, but not that much. So maybe a bit like that. Once again, her face is not rounded enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, try and practice first. Shadow. And if you can, just write out the story first. I know it's only like a one-shot thing, but write the story out first, rather than just jumping into it. Save you a lot of aggro. Again, her shoulders are just too wide here. Too broad. Actually, on that though, try and study anatomy as well before you start. Otherwise you're going to get pictures like this. Once again, I didn't do these on separate layers. Yeah, I only give this advice now because of hindsight. Changing the hair a bit here as well. Actually, in all fairness, this panel ain't that bad because luckily there's not a lot of body showing. I will fix Dylan's chin though. I just made everyone very skinny. Like very jagged. Again, that's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, consistency's a hard thing to get down, really. Like even I suffer from it. Despite the hundreds of times I've drawn these characters. I think the only advice I'd give for that though is to try and make it not so hard for yourself. Try and do what I do and break down like a simple structure first for each character. I think that helps doing that. Like granted, obviously with this comic when I first started it, well restarted it here, I didn't think about that sort of thing. I just drew the characters. Like are the old sketches here? Right, these are the old sketches. These are the original sketches. And apparently I used to use the pencil tool. Like, yeah, there's a bit of head structure here. But that's about it. I don't see any structure for the arms here. I'm surprised I even kept the original sketch there. Unfortunately, drawing is a very time-consuming thing, so practicing will take time. Like I said, I haven't fully grasped everything everything I can do right now still. That's why I do think that animation is you gotta be bloody talented to be a proper animator, like in the business, where you gotta basically copy what someone else's style and animate in such a way that it looks like one person has drawn it. I mean, that takes skill. I mean, for me it's hard enough to try and animate in my own style and keep the consistency there. What do I mean to do here? Why is this? Oh, I know why it looks odd. Haven't coloured in the sleeve, that's why. Oh. Why is it done? Oh. Oh yeah, the frame. There we go. Luckily this didn't need too much fixing. I mean, actually yeah, I've just noticed his nose here is a bit too dislocated. Again, I just used to exaggerate a lot more back then. Judging by what I'm seeing here tonight. Maybe I just didn't know what I was doing half the time. I mean, this eye here is a bit too off to the side of his face. I mean, he's looking a bit like a horse here. His eye should be about there, I think. Right, let's try and move that. Just a little bit more to the centre. Pardon me. That's basically what animating is anyway, Shadow. Is just sketching out the frames. That's technically what animating is. Like cleanup is like a different thing. It's just called the cleanup. Hey JK, nice initials by the way. As of now, no, because I don't have time to. Because if I was going to bring it back onto YouTube, I would get it dubbed again, but I don't have the time for that. Not right now. The resources for it. Also, I'm not sure, because now I've signed contracts with Webtoon, I think I would need to get permission from them if I was going to do that now. I'm not entirely sure though, I could be wrong, so just need to put that out there. Oh, somehow I got a pencil tool out there. I've noticed his fringe is actually a bit too long as well. It's like going over his eyes here. Just realised I rubbed out the lines at the top of his head, didn't I, earlier? And then I just completely forgot about it. Let's grab a different pen, shall we? Yeah, I wanted this hair to be there. That's all I wanted to do. Just add a couple of strands of hair there. Again, it's to sort of add a bit of stress. To add a sign of stress, I should say, rather than to add stress. Why has that happened? Oh, I haven't rubbed the line out yet completely. very hard to see. Mission. Oh yeah, I don't know if you know, Rose, but I'm going to be featured on Webtoon next year. So I'm basically going to be working for them. I don't know if you know about that or not. Right, that panel, I'm going to go back to that one later. What other one needs fixing? I'll probably do one more, guys, and I'm going to go. I mean, to be honest, I'm running out of panels to redraw now. No, I haven't. I need to redo this one entirely because it's all on the same layer. So to save headaches, I'm going to redraw the entire thing. Oh, the original sketches are still there. See, that's what it looked like originally. And then I redid it again, and that's what it looks like, and it's still. And now I want to redo it a third time. I mean, I think I needed to redraw these from scratch again. Anyway, because they look really off model here. Thanks, Shadow. Yep, it's for real. If you go on my Webtoon page, you'll see the announcement I made. That's why I haven't updated for ages. That's the only thing. It does mean I won't be able to update for ages now. Right. Looks like he's crying blood there. Let's try and fix this a bit then. I mean, I'm assuming I'm keeping this panel, so I guess I should work on it. As far as I know, the canteen scene's being kept the same, so. And his side, I draw his sideburns completely differently now. I don't think I'll do the entirety of this panel though, guys, because like I said, it's nearly the 1.5 hour mark, so I think what I might do is sketch this out and then call it a night. I'll probably what I'll probably do is come back another stream and then finish it off from there. Whoa, bad pupils. Just minor fix size. Also, his neck is far too high. High? Long. His hand is looking a bit dislocated. Fingers look alright though. I mean, even if you rest your wrist won't go beyond a 90-degree angle. I'm not even sure what was going through my head when I did this. Actually, no, I need to figure out how much his arm's going to bend first. Probably bend like there. Sorry, not his arm, his wrist. So maybe... Also maybe put his put it a bit closer to his chest. I'm not sure, to be honest now. I'm actually a bit... Because now I'm unsure where to put the spoon. Oh, it's a work in progress. Like I said, I'll continue with this next stream. Which probably won't be till Saturday now. Like I said, oh yeah, you have plenty of time to catch up on it, Rose. Like, there's a chance. I did say in the announcement though that it'll be early 2019 that it'll be coming out again, but that is subject to change. So don't take my word for it. Even I'm not sure when it's going to be coming out yet. I'm not too sure about this hand actually. Maybe I'll just remove it. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? Oh, I will be now. I will be busy. Up until the release date. Because, since you've only just heard about this, couple of scenes are going to be changed as well, especially during the first 3 chapters. Let's move these shoulders a bit down a bit. I've blown him up a little bit. Right. Here I've made 2 layers for the eyes, yeah. That's frame 1, that's the one after it. So I sort of need to shape Layla's head around these 2 frames here still. I mean, at least that doesn't look too bad. But here you can see the shape of her head is completely wrong, and also her hairstyle is out of whack. So let's try and fix this. Wait, I don't even know why I'm drawing the guys for the eyes, because like I said, I don't really need to redraw them. But after I've fixed her, I'm going to call it a night, guys. Once again, she's too elongated. At least the neck doesn't look too bad here. Also made a far too busty again. Hey Devon. I appreciate you for joining. Though what's with the meh face? Mind you, these streams are meh. Oh, I need to fix this little finger though. Why is it so dislocated? This is why you flip, guys. So you can spot things like that. Also, look at the length of that joint. Wow, I needed to redo that hand entirely. Again, not a bad effort from 2015 me, if I say so myself. Right, let's make arms a little shorter. When I mean little, I mean a lot. Again, I made her shoulders too broad as well. I was about to do the same thing again. Again, not perfect fix, but better than what it was before. Also, not only I made her so busty, but to be honest, they're a bit too low, aren't they? Oh dear. Right, chest should end about there. Right, I am gonna move her down a bit, but that does mean I need to move the eyes as well. I move a bit more centre toward centre in the pic. I'm really bad with words at the moment, guys. I swear I haven't been drinking. Now let's put these back in. I didn't draw the bottle, did I? Why don't people tell me these things? I was wondering what you're on about there. Was I boonies? What are they? Yeah, I know bustiness ain't always bad, but well, a lot of people will definitely agree on that. But the way I draw her now, she really is too busty here. Also, I want people to take her a bit more seriously. I don't want my comic to suffer from fairy tale syndrome. As you all know, I love fairy tale. Despite only watched several episodes of it, but I know enough. I've seen enough of it to know what it's about. Sorry, fans. She looks a bit too small actually now. I think I need to blow her up a little bit. Like a lot here. She looks now she just like she's really tiny. No, that's basically back to where it was originally. Does mean though I'm gonna have to blow these eyes up as well. Or maybe I won't. Oh, what's happened here? What's happened here? Why is... No. There's like some... Oh, did I somehow rub out her eyes? Okay, I don't actually need to increase the size for this as well, but that needs moving over a little bit. For some reason I drew over that layer as well. Yeah, fairy tale, well, just in general. I don't know what it is, but fairy tale in particular, like I've given it a few, I've watched a few episodes of it. I don't know, it just really rubbed me wrong way. I guess it's because it contains just loads of stuff that I, like all the stuff that I hate about anime. And the fact that one of the main characters is a very annoying, like, sort of damsel in distress sometimes, and I find that very annoying. But anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant about that. To each their own. Right, I'm going to clean this up as I'm here. And then that will be it. I'm getting a bit sleepy now. So... what am I doing? Need a new layer. Call it base. That is what is it. That is what it is. Let's do that again, but make him look less derpy. mate. Again, guys, if you're enjoying the like button, make sure to subscribe to it. Ooh. This eye is a ooh. Let's do that again as well. Don't worry guys, I'm just making a modern YouTuber joke. Everybody says that sort of thing now. Also, it doesn't matter now, I've got 50,000 subscribers. I have peaked. Oh yeah, I had a bit of wrinkliness to his clothes. Yeah, okay. Hey. Yeah, don't worry about that, Jay. This is all being changed. Also, I think now the editor I'm going to be working with will sort that out, the bubble placement. Also, she is actually going to be saying that before he talks, because the panel before this, he's asking her a question. Well, he's trying to ask that question, the panel before it, but she sort of ignores him. It's hard to explain without any context. But no, the bubble is the bubble is meant to. That one's meant to be before that one. Though the placement's still pretty bad. Hello, Emmy. I'm alright, thanks. Thanks for joining, even though I'm going to be done soon. I mean, I'm going to hit the 2-hour mark at this rate. I haven't streamed for 2 hours in ages. It's got to be some kind of record, John. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I want to be done anyway in a minute, guys, because I want to be done by 10 o'clock. I've basically been working on this all day and I need a break. As you can tell, I'm sort of losing the plot a little bit. Telling people to like the subscribe button. That finger is still too long. So let's put it here. Well, it's not too long. The first joint's too long. I'm from United Kingdom. Cheerio and all that. And I am from the south. Put it that way. The most southern part of the UK. I guess I'm technically the bowels of the UK because it's the south, the southern part. So I guess we're both the same. This looks like she's holding shampoo more than anything else. Like a shampoo bottle. Rather than like a canteen bottle. Canteen flask or whatever. Alright, see you later Decimal, thanks for joining again. Once again I appreciate you all for sticking by. Enjoying the wackiness of my streams. Woo! Again, I'll probably be streaming on Saturday instead of tomorrow. So yeah, we've basically gone from, minus the eyes, we've gone from this to, no, we've gone, oh dear. Well, ignore the placement of the eye. We've gone from this to this. I mean, it's a shame we've had to remove that hand there, but I got a plan. I think I might put like a speech bubble there instead. So yeah, maybe for this one. But I will still, regardless, I will draw in his skull. Just in case I don't do that. And then I'll colour this up and that'll be it for tonight. Again, I probably shouldn't be freehanding this. I should probably sketch this out. But oh well. Not perfect, but it never is. Goodbye, roughs. And hello, new colour layer. Am I from Namek? I wish. Because then I would die in a fiery explosion. Or get sawn in half. Or get killed by a Saiyan. Wait, no, that doesn't even work, sharp. Well, I will have to be done soon, guys, because I'm talking bollocks now. And that is never a good sign. This one, reference colours. Wait, I just realised. Dylan is looking... Yeah, I thought so. He's looking remarkably yellow here, which is how I used to colour him, but... I think I need to change this, hang on. It's a very mild difference, but I've noticed it. There we go, I'll just fix that quickly. I mean, no one else has probably noticed that besides me. I'm socially incompetent as well, Rose. But don't stop yourself from doing it because of that. Obviously, firstly, do it if you want to. You shouldn't force yourself to do anything. I know it might not seem like I'm socially incompetent, but I am, trust me. Hang on guys, I've got to open up a new layer, because I've got to find a better shadow. That's all I wanted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Earth is like, that's how it's going to end. It's going to end up in a fiery explosion. And to be honest, it's probably going to happen sooner than we think, because when we got idiots that don't believe in climate change or anything like that, I mean, we got to sort of expect it. But let's not get into that. Right, one last, we're on the home stretch now. I just need to colour Layla and that'll be it. What is this? Oops. I mean, in all seriousness, I hope I'm not around to just see the way it ends. Unless I'm on my deathbed anyway. a couple of years' time. What am I doing? What am I doing? Bottle, that's what I need, and the colour for it is right there. Derp. Actually, let's invert those. Mind you, I remember a few years ago, everyone thought the world was going to end on a particular day, and that didn't really happen. I remember it being on the radio and everything. Like, everyone was so sure it was going to happen. It's like, really? Fear mongering, that is. I can't stand that sort of shit. Right. On that last yawn, I'm done, guys, for tonight. Nearly 2 hours. No wonder why I feel lifeless, more so than normal. Nice words. What did I say? Did I say anything nice? I can't even remember now. But you're welcome, whatever I said. Oh, it was about the streaming, wasn't it? Yeah. That's exactly that. If it's out of your comfort zone, just do it anyway. And if you don't like it, go back into your comfort zone. That's how I cope with things now. Well, with new things. I just think, if it's not my cup of tea, I'll just go back to doing what I was doing before. But anyway, on that note, I will see you guys probably Saturday. Time to fade out that music. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. That's the wrong window. Hence why I've streamed on for today, as I keep saying. Once again, thanks again, AzaBN and Jack for their tips, and of course, thank you guys for sticking around and chatting. Makes these worthwhile, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a stream then. Right, I'll see you. If not tomorrow, I'll see you guys Saturday for more shenanigans. See you later, guys. Time to fade out now. Fading out. Good night, folks.